The Global Journey of Golf, From Scotland to Augusta, by Graeme Wedgewood. Chapter 1. Scotland, the Cradle of Golf. The story of golf begins on the wind-swept coasts of Scotland, where the rugged beauty of the landscape shaped the game we know today. The earliest mentions of golf, or a game resembling it, date back to the 15th century. Golf, as it was originally called, was played with wooden clubs and rudimentary balls, often fashioned from leather stuffed with feathers. The rolling dunes and natural hazards of Scotland's coasts provided a natural arena for what would become the modern game, the birth of the rules and clubs. In 1457, King James II banned the playing of golf, claiming it distracted soldiers from practicing archery. Ironically, this royal intervention only increased the game's popularity. By the 16th century, golf had become a favorite pastime of the Scottish elite, including King James IV, who is recorded as purchasing golf clubs in 1502. The game's formalization began in the 18th century with the establishment of clubs like the Honourable Company of Edinburgh Golfers in 1744, which created the first written rules of golf. These early guidelines formed the foundation of the sport's structure, influencing its global development. St. Andrews, the home of golf. No discussion of golf's origins would be complete without mentioning St. Andrews. This ancient town on Scotland's east coast is synonymous with the sport. The old course at St. Andrews, believed to have been in use since the 16th century, epitomizes the traditional links style of golf course, characterized by its sandy soil, natural hazards, and unpredictable coastal winds. In 1754, the Society of St. Andrews Golfers, later known as the Royal and Ancient Golf Club, R&A, was founded. The R&A became one of the sport's governing bodies, ensuring that the rules of golf remained consistent as the game spread beyond Scotland. The early game golf in these formative years was a test of ingenuity and patience. Clubs were handcrafted from local woods like ash and hickory, and balls were painstakingly stitched by hand. The game's early players embraced the challenge of Scotland's unpredictable weather, often battling wind and rain as they navigated courses that blended seamlessly with the natural landscape. By the early 19th century, golf was firmly entrenched in Scottish culture. With the advent of the Industrial Revolution, improved transportation allowed players to travel between towns for matches, further spreading the sport's appeal. The game crosses borders. As Scottish migrants traveled abroad, they carried their love for golf with them. By the late 19th century, the seeds of golf had been planted in England, Ireland, and even the far reaches of the British Empire. Yet despite its growing popularity, the heart of the game remained firmly in Scotland, where the traditions and spirit of golf were born. Chapter 2. Golf's Transatlantic Voyage. As the Industrial Revolution spread across the globe in the 19th century, so too did the allure of golf. What began as a Scottish pastime found fertile ground across the Atlantic, where the United States embraced the sport with a passion that would forever alter its trajectory. The journey of golf to America was not just a geographical leap, it was the beginning of a new era, marked by innovation, competition, and a growing global fan base. The first seeds of golf in America. The first traces of golf in America appeared in the late 18th century, though it wasn't until the 1880s that the sport began to establish a foothold. Scottish immigrants seeking new opportunities in the New World brought with them the traditions of their homeland. The formation of the first permanent golf club, the St. Andrews Golf Club in Yonkers, New York, in 1888, is widely recognized as the moment golf began to take root in the United States. Early American golfers faced unique challenges. Unlike the natural links courses of Scotland, the American landscape required significant adaptation. Course designers began blending traditional elements with more structured layouts, setting the stage for the modern game. The creation of Augusta National. Perhaps the most iconic symbol of golf's rise in America is Augusta National Golf Club in Georgia. Co-founded in 1933 by legendary golfer Bobby Jones and investment banker Clifford Roberts, Augusta quickly became one of the world's premier golfing venues. Its meticulously manicured fairways and azalea-lined greens set a standard of excellence that persists to this day. Augusta National became synonymous with the Masters tournament, first held in 1934. Unlike other championships, the Masters invited only the best players, ensuring a level of competition that drew international attention. The tournament's iconic green jacket, awarded to the winner, became a symbol of golfing supremacy. The role of the USGA, the United States Golf Association, USGA, founded in 1894, played a pivotal role in standardizing the game across the country. By establishing rules, organizing championships, and promoting the sport, the USGA helped unify the fragmented world of American golf. Its flagship event, the US Open, became a proving ground for the world's greatest players. The rise of American legends. As the 20th century progressed, the United States produced some of the most celebrated figures in golf history. Walter Hagen, often credited with making golf a viable professional career, won 11 major championships, becoming a household name in the 1920s. Bobby Jones, an amateur, captivated the world with his unmatched skill, culminating in his historic Grand Slam in 1930. Later, the likes of Arnold Palmer, Jack Nicklaus, and Tiger Woods would take the sport to unimaginable heights. Each brought something unique: Palmer's charisma, Nicklaus's dominance, and Woods' unparalleled athleticism and cultural impact. Golf goes mainstream. The rise of television in the mid-20th century revolutionized golf in America. Tournaments were broadcast into millions of homes, bringing the drama and beauty of the sport to new audiences. Arnold Palmer, nicknamed the King, became the first true television star of golf, his thrilling performances captivating fans and drawing millions to the sport. By the 1980s, golf had transformed from an elite pastime into a mainstream American sport. Public courses flourished, and the game's appeal broadened across social and economic lines. Golf was no longer confined to the private clubs of the wealthy. It had become a game for everyone. The global influence of American golf. The success of American golf set the stage for the sport's globalization. The country's innovation in course design, tournament formats, and broadcasting laid a foundation for the modern game. Meanwhile, the Masters, US Open, and PGA Championship became cornerstones of the golfing calendar, attracting players from every corner of the globe. By the late 20th century, golf was more than a sport. It was a cultural phenomenon, and while its roots remained firmly planted in Scotland, its branches had stretched across oceans, forever transforming the landscape of the game. Chapter 3. The emergence of Australasian and Asian tours. As golf cemented its position as a global sport, its appeal extended to regions far removed from its Scottish origins. By the mid-20th century, the Australasian and Asian tours emerged as vital parts of the international golfing landscape, showcasing the sport's universality and its capacity to unite diverse cultures through competition. The growth of golf in Australia and New Zealand. Australia and New Zealand were among the earliest adopters of golf outside Europe. The game arrived with British settlers in the mid-19th century, and by the 1890s, golf clubs were sprouting across both countries. Melbourne's Royal Melbourne Golf Club, founded in 1891, became a jewel in Australia's golfing crown, renowned for its challenging layout and world-class design. The Australasian Tour officially began in the 1970s, though competitive golf in the region had been thriving long before. Prestigious tournaments like the Australian Open and the New Zealand Open attracted some of the world's top players, bolstering the region's reputation. Legends like Peter Thomson, a five-time winner of the Open Championship, and Greg Norman, known as the Great White Shark, brought global attention to Australian golf. New Zealand, though smaller in scale, also produced exceptional talent. Players like Sir Bob Charles, the first left-handed golfer to win a major championship, proved that the region could compete on the world stage. Asia's golfing revolution. While golf arrived in Asia in the late 19th century, it wasn't until the latter half of the 20th century that the region truly embraced the sport. The establishment of the Asian Tour in 1995 marked a turning point, providing a platform for local talent to shine and fostering the development of golf across the continent. Japan played a pivotal role in Asia's golfing revolution. The country fell in love with golf in the post-World War II era, fueled by economic prosperity and the influence of American culture. By the 1980s, Japan had more golf courses than any other country outside the United States, and its players began making waves internationally. Isao Aoki, one of Japan's most celebrated golfers, became the first Asian player to win on the PGA Tour in 1983. His success inspired a new generation, including Hideki Matsuyama, who made history by becoming the first Japanese player to win the Masters in 2021. Other Asian countries also rose to prominence. South Korea emerged as a powerhouse in women's golf, with players like Seri Pak and Inbi Park dominating the LPGA Tour. Meanwhile, Thailand, China, and India developed thriving golf scenes, with players like Thongchai Jaidee, Shanshan Feng, and Anirban Lahiri achieving global success. Tournaments that shaped the regions. The Australasian and Asian tours are home to some of the most exciting tournaments in golf. The Australian Open and the Asia-Pacific Amateur Championship have served as proving grounds for emerging talent. Meanwhile, the Hero Indian Open, the Thailand Open, and the Maybank Championship in Malaysia have become staples of the Asian Tour, drawing players from around the world. Co-sanctioned events with the European and PGA Tours further elevated these regions, offering players from Australasia and Asia opportunities to compete at the highest levels. Challenges and triumphs. Despite their successes, the Australasian and Asian tours faced unique challenges. Geographic isolation, limited sponsorship, and competition from established tours made it difficult to attract global attention. Yet, these tours persevered, fueled by passion, resilience, and a deep love for the game. The rise of global superstars from these regions helped overcome these hurdles. Their achievements not only inspired future generations but also showcased the diversity and inclusivity of golf as a sport without borders. The future of Australasian and Asian golf today. The Australasian and Asian tours continue to thrive, producing world-class talent and hosting tournaments that rival those of any region. As the sport becomes increasingly globalized, these regions are poised to play an even greater role in shaping golf's future. From the windswept courses of Melbourne to the bustling fairways of Tokyo, golf in Australasia and Asia has proven that the game's appeal is universal, transcending geography, culture, and history. Chapter 4: A Global Phenomenon, Golf's Boom in the U.S. and Japan. By the mid-20th century, golf had evolved into more than just a sport. It was a global phenomenon. Nowhere was this more evident than in the United States and Japan, two nations that embraced golf with unparalleled enthusiasm. In these countries, the sport transcended its elite origins to become a cultural and economic juggernaut, driving innovation and attracting millions of fans and players. Golf's meteoric rise in the United States. Golf in America transformed rapidly in the early 20th century, driven by a growing economy, technological advancements, and an expanding middle class. Public courses began to emerge, making the sport accessible to ordinary Americans, while the rise of professional tournaments turned golf into a spectator sport. The television revolution. The advent of television was perhaps the most significant factor in golf's U.S. boom. Starting in the 1950s, tournaments like the Masters, U.S. Open, and PGA Championship were broadcast into millions of homes. Viewers were captivated by the drama of competition, the beauty of the courses, and the personalities of players like Arnold Palmer and Jack Nicklaus. Arnold Palmer's popularity in the 1960s, bolstered by his Arnie's Army fan base, exemplified golf's newfound appeal to the masses. Television also brought innovation. Slow-motion replays, on-screen graphics, and later, aerial views from helicopters and drones enhanced the viewing experience, solidifying golf as a staple of American sports culture. The economic impact golf became a significant economic force in the U.S., with equipment sales, course construction, and tournament revenues generating billions of dollars annually. The sport also thrived as a networking activity, cementing its place in corporate culture. High-profile charity tournaments, often hosted by celebrities, further expanded golf's reach. Japan's love affair with golf across the Pacific. Japan experienced its own golfing revolution. Introduced by foreigners in the early 20th century, golf gained momentum after World War II. The country's post-war economic boom created a prosperous middle class with the means to enjoy leisure activities, and golf became a symbol of success. Course construction and accessibility. By the 1980s, Japan boasted more golf courses per capita than nearly any other nation. From rural areas to urban hubs, courses sprang up to meet demand. Notably, Japan adapted its limited space to create unique golf experiences, including par 3 courses, driving ranges, and even indoor simulators for urban players. Cultural significance: golf in Japan became deeply intertwined with business culture. Deals were often made on the course, and playing golf was considered an essential skill for professionals. This cultural connection drove golf's popularity, despite its high costs in a land-scarce nation. Icons and international success: both nations produced iconic players who elevated the sport globally. In the U.S., legends like Tiger Woods redefined golf's image, bringing athleticism, diversity, and unprecedented dominance to the game. His influence extended beyond the fairways, inspiring a new generation of golfers worldwide. In Japan, players like Jumbo Ozaki, Isao Aoki, and more recently, Hideki Matsuyama brought international acclaim. Matsuyama's historic win at the 2021 Masters made him a national hero and cemented Japan's place in the world of elite golf. Technological and economic parallels: the U.S. and Japan also shared a passion for innovation in golf. Both nations led the way in equipment design, from lightweight clubs to advanced golf balls, and embraced technology to improve gameplay and viewing experiences. Economically, their investment in golf tourism created lucrative industries. Iconic courses like Pebble Beach and Augusta National in the U.S. and Kawana Hotel's Fuji course in Japan attracted players and fans from around the world. Golf's cultural legacy: by the 21st century, golf in the U.S. and Japan was more than just a sport. It was a cultural institution. Television networks, sponsors, and manufacturers capitalized on its global appeal, while the sport's ability to bring people together ensured its continued growth. The passion for golf in these nations demonstrated its universal allure, transcending boundaries and fostering connections. As the U.S. and Japan led the charge, they inspired other countries to embrace the game, solidifying golf's status as a global phenomenon. Chapter 5: Celebrities of Golf Through the Ages. From the windswept links of Scotland to the manicured greens of Augusta, golf has always been a stage for remarkable individuals. Over centuries, players have risen to legendary status, each leaving an indelible mark on the game. This chapter celebrates the celebrities of golf through the ages, those whose skill, charisma, and influence transcended the sport itself. The early icons, the pioneers of golf. The origins of golf saw figures like Old Tom Morris and his son, Young Tom Morris, become the sport's first celebrities. Old Tom, a 4-time winner of the Open Championship, was a master of both playing and course design. His legacy includes the shaping of the Old Course at St. Andrews, where he worked as a greenskeeper. Young Tom, equally talented, won the Open 4 consecutive times between 1868 and 1872, setting records that stood for decades. As golf began to formalize, other players emerged, such as Harry Vardon. The 6-time Open champion from Jersey brought professionalism and elegance to the game. His influence extended to equipment. The Vardon grip, which he popularized, remains the standard grip for golfers today. The Golden Age, American dominance, and global growth. The early 20th century brought golf to new heights, particularly in the United States. Bobby Jones, an amateur golfer from Georgia, became a household name in the 1920s. His crowning achievement, the Grand Slam of 1930, winning all 4 major championships in a single year, cemented his status as one of the greatest players of all time. Jones also co-founded Augusta National Golf Club and the Masters Tournament, leaving a legacy that endures to this day. Walter Hagen, another icon of the era, brought flair and showmanship to the sport. With 11 major championships, Hagen helped popularize professional golf and demonstrated that players could earn a living from the game. Post-war icons, the television era. After World War II, golf entered the television era, creating superstars who captivated audiences worldwide. Arnold Palmer, known as the King, was one of the first players to benefit from the sport's newfound visibility. His aggressive playing style and charisma won him 7 major championships and an army of fans, aptly named Arnie's Army. Jack Nicklaus, nicknamed the Golden Bear, followed Palmer and became the most successful golfer of all time, with 18 major championship victories. Nicklaus combined power, precision, and mental fortitude, setting a benchmark for future generations. In the same era, Gary Player of South Africa became the first global golfer, winning 9 majors and traveling the world to promote the sport. His dedication to fitness and his work ethic inspired countless players. The modern era, a new breed of stars. As golf entered the late 20th century, a new breed of stars emerged, characterized by athleticism, innovation, and a global presence. Among them, Tiger Woods stands unrivaled. Bursting onto the scene in 1997 with a record-breaking win at the Masters, Woods revolutionized golf with his power, precision, and relentless determination. His 15 major championships and influence on the sport's popularity made him a global icon. In women's golf, players like Annika Sorenstam and Lorena Ochoa transformed the game. Sorenstam from Sweden dominated the LPGA Tour with 10 major wins and broke barriers by competing in a men's PGA Tour event. Ochoa, hailing from Mexico, became one of the most beloved figures in women's golf, inspiring millions with her talent and humility. Celebrities beyond the game. Golf's popularity also attracted celebrities from other walks of life. U.S. presidents like Dwight Eisenhower, John F. Kennedy, and Barack Obama were avid golfers, often seen on the course during their terms. Film and music stars, including Sean Connery, Bing Crosby, and Samuel L. Jackson, have also embraced the game, using their fame to promote it further. The legacy of golfing legends. The celebrities of golf have left a lasting impact not only on the sport, but also on the cultural and social landscape. Their achievements, personalities, and influence help transform golf from a niche pastime into a global phenomenon. As the next generation of golfers rises, they carry the torch passed down by these icons, ensuring that the legacy of the sport's greatest players continues to inspire fans and players around the world. Chapter 6: Golf Courses, Links and Beyond. The beauty of golf lies not only in the skill of its players, but also in the variety and character of its courses. From the rugged links of Scotland to the lush parkland courses of the United States, the diversity of golf courses has played a significant role in shaping the sport's appeal. Each type of course offers unique challenges, testing players' adaptability and creativity. This chapter explores the different styles of golf courses, their defining characteristics, and the legendary venues that have become synonymous with the game. Links, courses. The origins of golf links courses are the oldest and most traditional type of golf course, originating along the coastal areas of Scotland. The term links refers to the sandy, wind-swept land connecting the sea and the mainland. These natural landscapes, shaped by centuries of wind and water, provided the perfect setting for the early game. Key features of links courses include undulating terrain. Natural humps, hollows, and dunes create challenging lies and unpredictable bounces. Sparse vegetation. The lack of trees leaves courses exposed to strong coastal winds, demanding precision and adaptability. Deep bunkers. Pot bunkers, often small but steep, are strategically placed hazards that require skillful navigation. Famous examples of links courses include the Old Course at St. Andrews, Royal Troon, and Royal Portrush. These venues continue to host major tournaments, preserving the game's roots while challenging the world's best players. Parkland courses, the American standard. In contrast to links courses, parkland courses are lush, tree-lined layouts often located inland. These courses are meticulously maintained, with manicured fairways, vibrant greens, and scenic water features. Parkland courses became the standard in the United States, where the availability of land and advanced irrigation techniques allowed for their development. Characteristics of parkland courses include tree-lined fairways. Mature trees create a natural boundary, adding to the course's beauty and difficulty. Water hazards. Lakes, streams, and ponds are integrated into the design, adding strategic elements. Soft conditions. The use of irrigation creates consistent, softer playing surfaces compared to the firm ground of links courses. Notable parkland courses include Augusta National Golf Club, home of the Masters, and Pebble Beach Golf Links, a scenic masterpiece overlooking the Pacific Ocean. Desert courses, golf in arid landscapes. Desert courses, primarily found in regions like Arizona, Nevada, and the Middle East, showcase the adaptability of golf course design. These courses are carved out of arid environments, with fairways and greens surrounded by dramatic desert landscapes. Unique aspects of desert courses include contrasting colors. Lush greens juxtaposed against sandy wastelands create stunning visuals. Harsh penalties. Straying from the fairway often leads to lies in sand, rocks, or even cacti. Low water usage. Modern desert courses prioritize sustainability, using drought-resistant grasses and advanced water management systems. Famous desert courses include TPC Scottsdale in Arizona, known for its vibrant waste management Phoenix Open, and Emirates Golf Club in Dubai, a beacon of luxury and innovation. Heathland and moorland courses. Natural elegance. Heathland and moorland courses, predominantly found in the UK, offer a middle ground between links and parkland styles. These courses are characterized by their open landscapes, heathland vegetation, and rolling terrain. Key features include heather and gorse. Native plants create both beauty and strategic challenges. Firm ground. Similar to links courses, heathland courses often have dry, fast-playing surfaces. Subtle elevation changes. Rolling terrain adds variety without the dramatic features of parkland courses. Examples include Sunningdale Golf Club in England and Gleneagles in Scotland, venues celebrated for their timeless charm and playability. Unique course designs. Innovation and creativity. In recent years, golf course design has embraced innovation to create unique experiences. From island greens to courses built on reclaimed land, architects have pushed boundaries to attract players. Examples include TPC Sawgrass, Florida, famous for its iconic island green on the 17th hole. Mission Hills, China, a massive complex with multiple championship courses designed by golf legends. Kingsbarns, Scotland, a modern take on links golf, blending tradition with accessibility. The impact of course design on the game. The variety of golf courses ensures that no two rounds are the same. Players must adapt their strategies to the terrain, weather, and layout, making golf a game of constant learning and adjustment. Course design also shapes the spectator experience, with iconic venues adding prestige and drama to tournaments. From the windswept shores of Scotland to the deserts of the Middle East, golf courses are as diverse as the players who navigate them. Each style tells a story, blending nature, history, and human ingenuity to create a canvas for one of the world's most beloved sports. Chapter 7. The Types of Tournaments. Golf is as much about the thrill of competition as it is about skill and precision. Tournaments have long been the centerpiece of the sport, showcasing the talents of players and providing drama that captivates fans around the world. From the grandeur of the majors to the camaraderie of team events, golf tournaments vary widely in format, prestige, and significance. This chapter delves into the different types of tournaments that define the sport. The majors, golf's Grand Slam. The four majors are the pinnacle of professional golf, steeped in history and tradition. Winning a major is the ultimate achievement for any golfer, and these events draw the world's best players and largest audiences. 1. The Masters Tournament, played annually in April at Augusta National Golf Club in Georgia. The Masters is known for its immaculate course, iconic green jacket, and traditions like the Champions Dinner. Notable moments include Tiger Woods' record-breaking victory in 1997 and Jack Nicklaus's legendary win in 1986 at the age of 46. Number 2. The U.S. Open. Organized by the United States Golf Association, USGA, the U.S. Open is played on some of the toughest courses in America, featuring narrow fairways and fast greens. Famous courses like Pebble Beach and Oakmont have hosted this tournament, which often tests players' resilience and precision. 3. The Open Championship, the British Open. The oldest major, first played in 1860, is held on links courses in the UK, including St Andrews, Royal Birkdale, and Royal Troon. Known for unpredictable weather and challenging conditions, the Open emphasizes creativity and adaptability. Number 4. The PGA Championship. Hosted by the PGA of America, this major focuses on pure competition, often featuring thrilling finishes and high scores. Courses like Whistling Straits and Kiowa Island have added to the tournament's legacy. Team events, golf's Ryder Cup rivalry, and more. Golf may be an individual sport, but team events bring a unique sense of camaraderie and national pride. 1. The Ryder Cup. A biennial competition between teams from the United States and Europe, the Ryder Cup is as much about emotion as it is about golf. Matches alternate between the U.S. and European courses, with formats including four-ball, foursomes, and singles matches. 2. The President's Cup. Similar to the Ryder Cup, this event pits the U.S. against an international team representing countries outside Europe. Known for its friendly rivalry, the President's Cup promotes global unity in golf. The 3. The Solheim Cup and Curtis Cup. These team events highlight women's golf, with the Solheim Cup featuring the best from the US and Europe, and the Curtis Cup focusing on amateur women. The World Golf Championships, WGC. The WGC series consists of 4 elite tournaments that bring together top-ranked players from all tours. These events, including the WGC Dell Technologies Match Play, add variety to the calendar with unique formats and high stakes. Amateur tournaments, the roots of golf. Amateur events remain an integral part of the sport, nurturing talent and preserving golf's traditions. 1. The Amateur Championship, UK and US Amateur. These prestigious events serve as proving grounds for future stars, with winners often earning invitations to professional majors. 2. The Asia-Pacific Amateur Championship, a newer addition. This tournament has helped elevate golf in Asia by providing a platform for emerging players. Unique formats, match play, stroke play, and more. Golf tournaments come in various formats, each offering a distinct challenge. 1. Stroke play, the most common format where players compete over 18 or 72 holes for the lowest cumulative score. All majors and most professional tournaments use this format. 2. Match play. Players compete hole by hole with the goal of winning more holes than their opponent. The Ryder Cup and WGC Match Play highlight this head-to-head format. 3. Scramble and Best Ball. Popular in charity and corporate events, these team formats emphasize fun and strategy over competition. Regional tours and championships. Beyond the global stage, regional tours like the Korn Ferry Tour, US, European Tour, now DP World Tour, and Japan Golf Tour provide opportunities for players to develop their careers. These tours also host significant events like the BMW PGA Championship and Japan Open, attracting international talent. Tournaments for women and seniors. The LPGA Tour and Champions Tour cater to women and senior players, respectively, ensuring that golf remains inclusive and competitive at all stages of life. Women's majors. The ANA Inspiration, US Women's Open, Women's British Open, and others showcase the incredible skill of female golfers. 2. Senior majors. Events like the Senior Open Championship allow legends of the game to continue competing at the highest level. The importance of tournaments. Tournaments are the lifeblood of golf, offering players a stage to showcase their skills and fans an opportunity to witness greatness. Each event, whether a local amateur competition or a global major, contributes to the rich tapestry of the sport. Chapter 8. Golf in the 21st Century. As the world entered the 21st century, golf evolved into a sport that blended in meeting these expectations, ensuring that audiences remain connected to the game in dynamic and engaging ways. The advent of Green Reader and Golf Vision marked a significant milestone in the evolution of golf broadcasting. By bringing the intricacies of the golf course to life, these technologies transformed passive viewers into active participants, deepening their appreciation for the sport and setting the stage for future innovations in sports media.